Alright guys, this is going to be radio installation 101. You got to get your keys to unlock the little hole. Stick them in a slot. They should have came with your truck. And then you stick them in, push them in all the way. And then when you're taking it out, squeeze them together. Hold this for me. Aim right there. Just hold them right there. Push in towards each other. Oh no. Yeah, that worked well, didn't it, fellas? It's unlocked though, so. And out she comes. Alright. Next thing you're going to do, disconnect your antenna wire. And disconnect this wire. Yeah, my truck's dirty. Alright, I did this at the house. This is the kit. This piece comes with the radio. This is the kit you buy to install this in the P4. That one right there, I'll put the link in there later on. It came from, I believe, Amazon. And then I already wired it together at the house, so all I got to do is plug and play. Show y'all what it looks like. Alright, I had to take this piece off because that other one's still in there. I left it in there. I didn't pry it out like I did last time, so.
Of ways that we can give hope.
Plug and play, fellas. I plugged it in. I lied. I had to take this out, take this stupid thing out because it doesn't work with the radio I bought. Put mine back on there and slide it in. I don't have it all the way in there yet, but it works. And maybe later on I'll show you how to hook the Bluetooth up to the steering wheel if I figure that out. 2 minutes. Took me maybe 10 minutes or less. Alright people, what's going on? So, that was my video on radio installation 101 in a 2019, I'm not liking that, on a 2019 P4 Cascadia. I'm sorry, a 2020 is what I got, but the 2019 is basically the same thing. Maybe the 2018 with the older design, but the newer stuff, I'm not sure. Anyway, so the reason I was making this other part of the video, so I said, I didn't say that. I was going to not make this video about numbers really, because there wasn't really any point, but I still had to. I wanted to put this in here because I know there's some questions about whether or not, first of all, let me say I was wrong. Even though your MMA and your escrow account is income to you, it's not going to be on your, you can't put it on your taxable income because it's not coming in currently. It just sits out there somewhere. I'll clarify more on that later on, but apparently I didn't know what I was talking about on that one, so I'm sorry if I misled anybody. It's still income, it really is, but you just don't have to mark it down as income because of the fact it's not going in your pocket. It's kind of like you're getting paid from your job and it shows up in your bank account as a pending, but it's not there, so you're not paid until you're paid. So until the money's there, then no. Alright, so this girl just came on. This is for anybody out there that wants to know about trucks with Schneider. So she had to put $3,000 down on a 2020 Freightliner. $1,400 of it was covered by Schneider because they have like a little promo deal that if you if you buy a SFI truck, well, if you lease an SFI truck, or if you're a first-time owner-operator coming on with Schneider or something like that, or there's one other one. I don't remember what the other stipulation is. There's 3 different ones that can be. So she's going to be in a 2020 Freightliner, and the payment is $1,100 a week for the truck plus the $135. I'm sorry, $1,100 includes the $135 a week MMA. So
they're going to have her wire $1,600 for the rest of the down payment. So the down payment was $3,000 minus the $1,400 bonus, and then leaves $1,600. So, I'm going to read you some of these in here because I went through these and I wrote it down. I'm like, what's the point? I got an extra phone in here that I can actually pull this stuff up on. So she's a little bit confused about the maintenance account. There's what's called a full maintenance lease, and then there's what's called just MMA account. Most lease companies will make you put a maintenance something in your bank account for a maintenance account in case the truck breaks down. You have to have something. It's $1,100 a week plus $200 maintenance. Well, that's actually more. Hang on a minute. Okay, I think she got the premium truck because she's saying it's $1,100 a week plus the maintenance for $200 a week, unless they jacked it up even more. So they might have. I don't know. I know the premium with package Freightliner with the chrome mirrors and the chrome grill is a little bit more pricey than the other one. So she's going to have to run her butt off to make the $1,000 to $1,500 a week that she wants to make. Now, there's other people in here who have gotten trucks, and they are, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find this. They were in here. I actually wrote them down, but I didn't know if I got all their information correctly or if they added anything to it. So, come on. Let's read it here. Depends on how long the lease is. She put $3,000 down. And this guy said, if you finance $165,000 at 8% interest for a new Cascadia for 5 years, your payment's going to be $3,400 per month. Add another $1,600 a month for maintenance repairs, and you're at $5,000 per month. And we're doing $4,400 a month. So 8%. When you get a new truck and you haven't been in this business for very long, you actually have like an 8 to 10% interest rate over 5 years. So are you paying less per month? Yes, you are. But are you paying more for the truck through an SFI lease? No. It averages out to about the same. I know it used to. I don't know if it does now or not. Overall, it's going to be like 204 for mine. It's going to be more than that for hers. Like I said, I know the other ones where the other ones are premium trucks or more. So, let's see here. Where are these trucks at? I was like, you can go to Lone Mountain. They have a deal where you can get a Detroit DD15 505 horsepower with a DT 12 speed automatic with a 4-year 500,000 mile factory warranty and 2 years of towing coverage. Payment options are $9,500 down and $2,825 for 60 months for a brand new truck. It's actually a decent price, but you have to be approved through their credit and so on. And the other thing you got to consider on something like this, if you buy this through a bank or through another company that reports to your credit, you better have your house already, because with this much going out of your pocket, they aren't gonna get you a house. Now, when you go through SFI, it doesn't report to the credit union because it's not your typical lease or something like that. I don't know. It's just a rental. So they don't really report it. You can actually get a thing saying that this is what you pay, but it doesn't go the same way. So you actually have a better chance of getting a house that way than you do going through a bank, from what I've heard. Okay, don't quote me on that. That's just what I've heard. Like I said, I don't know everything, but I was wrong. I think I said that already. That's like skip credits. You can add skip credits to your payment. That way, like add $100 a week or $50 a week to your payment. That way, when it comes to holiday time or something else, and you need an extra like $400,000 or $500,000 to make a payment, they will take it out of your skip credit thing. My personal thing is, the thing with that is once it's in there, you can't touch it. You cannot use it for anything but that. So if you need your money, you're not going to get it unless you need it for that payment. That's all it's there for. That's all they're going to let you use it for. It's a great deal. It is a great deal for Schneider. I mean, the payment thing is really a good deal for Schneider. It's not the best for you, but if it's all you can do because you have bad credit or you can't come up with a down payment, a humongous down payment, then it's not that bad of an idea. So here's a guy. He said he's paying $1031.39 a week for a weekly Freightliner Cascadia from SFI. $869 is the truck, and the rest is the maintenance escrow. So he's got $162 in escrow, not escrow, in maintenance in an MMA account. It is basically an escrow account. It does draw interest. His average revenue per week is $3,500 to $4,500. His fixed costs are $1,226.79 with all insurance, lower deductible, buybacks, registration, etc. So he's making decent monies because, I mean, fixed cost $1,226 from $3,500 is $22.74 minus fuel. So $1,274. So he's making $1,274 to $22.74 per week to the truck after expenses. His insurance started out $20 a week higher, but you can call and lower it every 3 months. I just sent another email and I'm getting mine lowered again. You do start out paying $50 a week in escrow up to $1,000, and once it reaches $1,000, they stop taking that out of your account until you have to pay the $550 HVUT tax at the middle of the year, and then they start taking it out again. There's another guy in here. He's got 1061 plus everything. They told him almost $200 for those things. His is a 2020 with 58,000 miles. 1061, that's not that much. I think his is probably like 900 plus 200, something like that, right at 200 or 180 for the maintenance account because it does have 58,000 miles on it. He did have to put 1,500 down. So you will have to put money down if you go in here and get a truck from Schneider. This guy has one that's 856 plus 135 MMA for 991 a week. His fuel's 850 to 1,200 a week, but this has to be from. It's probably been in a lease for 2 years because they're going for more than that now. He says you can gross in the summertime around $6,000 when you get to know your lanes and customers, and he's probably running like Northeast or something like that. What you got to understand is now the Pennsylvania Turnpike has raised their tolls. They're going to raise them every year now, like 4% or something like that. I'm not sure. And you will not gross $6,000 a week. Okay, you can gross $6,000 for 3 weeks, and then you're going to gross $3,000 to $4,000 because you're going to have $1,000 or $2,000 in tolls. It might not be that much. If you watch your tolls and know how to run your lanes and know how to avoid the toll routes, then you won't have to pay as much in tolls. Let's see here. This guy got one not from Schneider. He got a W900, and his payment's less than half of that. He still only pays like $2,000 a month, but he doesn't give much information on it. But I mean, that's just an example of what you can get. But he's about 5.5 miles per gallon loaded and 7 empty. So I get 2 miles per gallon better than that loaded on average, and a lot. Usually 9 to 10 miles per gallon, so 2 more than that average when I'm empty. So I get a lot more. I'm saving at least $30,000. Not 30. I'm probably saving 15 to 20 grand in fuel by not having a W900. Yeah, they're nice trucks, but I mean, if you can afford it and you want it, go for it. This guy's paying $974 a week for a 2016 model. But they are charging a little bit more for the MMA. No problems out of his in 100,000 miles counting. Guess depends on who had it first, but it's very reliable. Got 213, and now it's got around 330. And he says it's fed the family once or twice. It's there's another guy in here who got a 2015. His payment's $965. He's had it for a year. It's been real good to him. Only have 1 year left to pay, so he had a 2-year. He's had a 2-year lease on a 2015. So you got a 3-year-old truck. You can get a 2-year lease and then have a $20,000 balloon payment at the end of it. Thing is, you got to understand, they don't have, some of those didn't have APUs. The more you idle the DEF trucks, the worse condition they get as far as the motor and stuff. I mean, it's 16 grand for one box, so is it worth it? It can be. I mean, I don't know. What else we got? Make sure your EIN set up as a business. A lot of overhead expenses. It is a lot of overhead expenses. So this guy is over at Swift. He has a 2019 T680 for $2,500 a month, but he says he's made more money at Swift. He almost grossed $200,000. And see, I don't get that, because I guess it depends on the person, really, because I'm looking at grossing 180 next year, but I'm looking at 160 after my first year. So I gotta jack up what I'm doing just a little bit. I added up my numbers, and if I stay at and here I wasn't gonna make this about numbers. I did write all this garbage down. I really did. I just don't know where I put it all. Yeah, because I decided, I was like, well, let me see what I can make in a year with taking 2 weeks off. Fuel, if this is an average of 115,000 miles, fuel at 41,400. 1 year worth of fixed expenses is $66,731. And to make, which comes to 98,800. If I want to gross 1,500 a week, I got to make 186,131, and that's with 3722.62 a week, or 457 a week. I'm sorry, 2894.62 a week before fuel. So all I got to do is find shorter runs that pay more money, or longer runs that pay more money. Anything that pays more money per mile, and boost up that revenue. And then I'll be there. So all I got to do is make what I need to make per week with lower amount of expenses, and we'll be there. So is it possible? It definitely is. I mean, what's his name? Big Rig CEO made 190. I know he made it. He's going to post his numbers soon. So I'm pretty much 100% sure he made it. He hasn't posted his numbers, but he hinted at what he was going to make. So anyway, that's about it for that. And the fact that I was wrong on the numbers on the tax deductible. I'm sorry, on the non-tax deductible numbers. Anyway, so that's about it, people. I don't know what else to say. Any questions, comments, anything, let me know. Hit me up. Hit that like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, I'll be posting more as the year goes. And when I find out this radio thing with my steering wheel, I'll definitely be posting that as well. I'll probably redo the radio install post with that added on at the start. So if you watch this, you won't have to watch all of it, I mean, that way we'll all know how to put a radio in our truck and get rid of this. I mean, that thing didn't even have Bluetooth. They dumbed that thing. They nerfed the tar out of that radio. They took everything out. Hey, you can't do this. You can't do this. Look, all I want is to hook my phone into my radio so I can play what I want to listen to. Just hit play and let it run all day long. That's all I do. I don't even have to touch it once I let it go, because I got one station I listen to all the time. And, okay, it's talk, but whatever. I mean, if you got music you listen to on a playlist, you press play and you play it until you get to a rest stop or whatever, and then you change whatever you want to change. Just don't do it while you're driving. Plain and simple. I mean, why you got to take everything out? You could have put a radio in there and nerfed the call button, and because that doesn't work either. I mean, I'm sure there's a way I could rig that up as well, but I don't care about all that. I mean, whatever. There's guys that have talked about on the owner-operator page about putting better system in their truck. My personal opinion on it, I don't need a better... These speakers, once I put this radio in here, sound so much better. It's crazy. I mean, the volume, they even nerfed the volume. It's like at an 8 or a 9 or a 10 as opposed to this radio. So that radio, there's no way it was pushing the wattage this radio is pushing. Hopefully, if I decide to play music, which I do once in a while, hopefully I won't blow my speakers. If I do, I'll just buy a new set. It doesn't matter. I mean, speakers are cheap. You can get a decent set of speakers that you don't have to kill anything with for like $100 for a set of 4, because I would definitely be replacing, if these blow that fast, I would be replacing the ones in the back and the sleeper as well. Anyway, so, and maybe later on, maybe there's a way to hook them in through your television too. That way I don't really want to do that though, because that would be aggravating people around me. I don't want to be that guy, like the guy that was next to me that one night who was playing his TV so loud I could hear it through my truck. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day.